We are making the ultimate vegan comfort food meal. One pot, 30 minutes, kid and omni friendly. We are making vegan chili mac and cheese. It's gonna be a hit. Let's go. The first thing that we're gonna do is make our quick 10-minute vegan cheese sauce. Everything goes into a blender and it is super easy to make. First up, we're gonna add in our butter beans. You can use other white beans like cannellini or Great Northern, but we love the creaminess of the butter beans. Some vegetable stock. Your favorite non-dairy milk. You wanna make sure it's unsweetened and unflavored. We don't want vanilla cheese here, friends. Nutritional yeast for the start of that cheesy flavor. Some fresh squeezed lemon juice. Our spices, which are salt, pepper, and paprika. Vegan Parmesan, we're using Violate here, but you can use whatever your favorite one is. And finally, some vegan cheddar. We have a full video on our favorite vegan shredded cheese, so we'll link that in the bio. Now, the only thing you have to do is blend this up, let it blend for about 3 to 4 minutes until it's nice and smooth. I forgot the vegan butter, so I am tossing that in now. Just use your favorite. We prefer an unsalted one. Once it's all nice and smooth, you can pull that off and set this aside. You are already halfway done, so you can see just how easy this is. For this next part, we are gonna be using a Dutch oven, or you can use any large pot, just something that has a lid. We're gonna start with a little bit of oil over medium heat. Now add your onions and peppers and let that saute for 3 or 4 minutes. You want your onions to get softened and start to turn translucent. For this dish, it doesn't matter what color bell pepper you're using. Fun little fact, bell peppers start out green, which is the most bitter out of the 4 colors, and then they go from yellow to orange to red, getting sweeter a little bit each time, the red being the sweetest one out of the 4. Now we're gonna add in our garlic and our meatless crumbles. Stir that together and let it cook for about 2 minutes. We're using the Gardein brand here, but you can use another frozen one like Morningstar or a ground like Impossible, Light Life, or Beyond. We also give alternatives if you don't want to do a processed plant-based meat at the end of the video in the frequently asked questions, or you can just check that out inside the post linked in the description. Now we're going to pour in some of that vegan cheese sauce that we made. We are not using all of it here. And then all the remaining ingredients, starting with some vegetable stock. Uncooked macaroni noodles or another tubular pasta will also do. Fire roasted tomatoes with the juice. Some kidney beans, all of our spices, which is chili powder, cumin, onion and garlic powder, smoked paprika, Mexican oregano, some vegan Worcestershire sauce, and then some liquid smoke. We are going to stir this together now and then bring this to a boil. Just a quick tip, vegan Worcestershire sauce is honestly really hard to find and it is quite expensive. A tip is to switch it out with a vegan-friendly steak sauce. Honestly, most of them are. It has a close enough flavor profile and it is a lot cheaper than a vegan Worcestershire sauce. Once it's boiling, you're gonna drop the heat down to a simmer and then cover it. Cook the noodles for 8 to 12 minutes just until al dente. You do wanna make sure that you stir this every few minutes so that your noodles aren't sticking to the bottom. Nobody likes mushy noodles on the bottom that you can't get out and then you wasted all of those noodles. So this is supposed to be saucy, but if it is too saucy for you, you can let it cook for another minute or 2 with the lid off. Don't let it overcook though, because inside of this hot pot, they will continue to cook and you don't want them to get mushy. That is literally how easy it is to make this one pot, easy vegan chili mac and cheese. You will have about a cup of the vegan cheese sauce left over. You can drizzle it atop your bowls, or you can save it for another night. You can use it as a cheese dip or a taco or burrito bowl type of night. So use that however you want. So can we prep this ahead of time? The cheese sauce by itself can be prepped up to a week in advance if you can let it last that long in your fridge. The actual whole dish, we would recommend eating it within 3 days, maybe 4, but you don't want the noodles to get too mushy as it sits inside of all of the sauce. It also soaks it up so they become a little bit mushy. When you are reheating it, you may need to add a splash of vegetable stock to it just to get it a little bit saucy again. This can be allergen friendly. We want to start by using a gluten-free noodle as well as a soy-free vegan butter like Flora or Earth Balance in the red tub or stick. Beyond that, you just want to use a safe for you vegan crumble, whether that is Light Life or Beyond, something like that that doesn't have gluten and soy inside of it. They do contain coconut oil usually, so just keep that in mind. We give some other alternatives to using a processed plant-based meat substitute inside of the post, so check that out. It is in the description box below. As far as what you can serve with this, honestly, it is just delicious all on its own. It is super filling and comforting. You could serve a side salad first, or you could serve it with some bread like garlic knots or breadsticks, something like that. We have ideas linked in the post, so you can check that out to get even more ideas for what to serve with this. And lastly, just a couple of things that you could use to substitute the plant-based processed meat. You could use mushrooms, you can just add more beans, jackfruit, cauliflower. We have a walnut taco meat that would be delicious inside of this. Also, if you want to make this a little bit more spicy, instead of our quick vegan cheese sauce, you could make our spicier nacho cheese sauce. It would just kick up the heat a little bit if you are serving this and you like a little bit more spice. We hope that you love this video. If you haven't yet, we would appreciate if you could give it a like, subscribe if you aren't already, and of course, we will see you in the next video. We hope you have a fantastic week, and we'll see you soon. Bye.